trying to clear our container.
Tell me about that. What was
Wow.
that like?
Wow, wow,
Because that's
wow.
an experience that a lot of people face, but actually no one really talks about. You know, you hear whispers from people, but tell us what your experience has been like at the port.
So going to Tema for 4 days in a row, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, trying to get it sorted. But it got sorted in the end. It was just very, very long-winded. You know, it was meant to be straightforward. I had an agent. It was just very long.
So the agent is supposed to do everything for you.
Facilitate everything, making sure that.
So you don't actually have to go to the port.
Thank you.
But
I was there for 4 days. Yeah. Yeah. Every day.
You have your blanket and everything.
No. I'll go there in the morning and then come back late and then go back the next day, speak to somebody else, customs, security.
So what's the issue though? Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm here with a lovely special interview for you guys. I'm here with Ade and Julie. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
So from your accents, I can tell that you are from the UK.
Not the US. No, I'm joking. Yes, the UK. Yes, the UK. We are.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Are you Ghanaian?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
I'm Nigerian.
I guess, but I have to ask still. You know. Okay, and so you both now live in Ghana?
Yes, I go back and forth quite a bit.
But yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
the wife and
Family,
children
yeah.
are there all the time.
All right, so how long have you been in Ghana now?
So we got here in August. Can't talk about you because you're back and forth, aren't you? But yeah, we've been here in August since August.
Right.
How many months is that? So coming up to 8 months?
8 months or so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 months.
And do you feel like you're settled here? Or are you still a little bit like, you're not sure?
I think not sure because I've been back to the UK 3 times.
Oh, already?
So yeah.
Okay, more than me, okay.
As a kid. So because of that, we've not had a long period where we were just in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I think we're still getting used to everything. But yeah.
I mean, you say that, right? But, I mean, we're sitting in this place. You've started a business. So you're like, oh, we're not sure, but you've started a business. So that sounds like pretty fun to me. Okay. So what are we doing here? What is this place? Tell us about it.
Okay, so it's Gap Learning Zone, and it's a tuition centre alternative provision for children from age 5. We were talking about this before. From age 5 to about 18. Okay. So the idea is we've got 3 kids that are not in school at the moment in Ghana, and I just can't find a school that would meet all the needs for the younger 3. So my 15-year-old, he's in school, right. But the younger 3, they're all at home. And so we're just home educating them. So we needed to create something which is going to meet the needs, which is going to I want them to have like a smooth, I don't know how to phrase it. Yeah, into Ghana life, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I feel they wouldn't be able to handle the school system. I've contacted independent schools. Do they call them independent schools in Ghana? Private schools.
International.
Yeah, international schools.
Yeah.
I contacted international schools and spoke about the needs of my children, and some of the schools can't meet the needs, and so.
Really? What sort of needs what do you mean when you say needs?
So any kind of special education needs, so if it's dyslexia or autism or any of those needs, they don't have Senkos, a lot of the schools. So this year, some schools are developing the Sen offering, but it's not developed yet. Right. So coming from the UK where it's developed and they know how to meet the needs. Not that they don't know how to meet the needs in Ghana, but they're still developing the offering for children with any additional needs. Right, okay. And, So
that was your primary reason for wanting to start this?
Yeah.
To be able to meet their needs, okay.
Exactly, and I thought if nothing, we'll be able to meet the needs of our kids. That's the most thing. Okay.
So how does this work then? Because do you have the experience yourself to be able to teach? You get teachers in. How's that going to work?
Yeah. So in the UK, we had an independent SEN school. It was based in Kent, and it was for children with a range of needs. So we were running that for coming up to 10 years in England. Okay. So
is that your own school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was the head teacher, and I'm a Senko also. So I've got quite a lot of experience in that field. So is Ade. Ade came on board, was teaching the primary level, and also did lots of the business stuff. So yeah, and we're also going to employ teachers. So I believe we've got some teachers coming here today.
A few coming for an interview soon.
Okay. So have you officially opened or you haven't opened yet?
So we open on the 1st of May.
Okay.
So
nice.
it's the 1st of May. So we're still putting everything together. That's why the windows are all still covered and everything. So we've got a few things getting shipped over. So hopefully they'll get here before then. They said it's in the country, waiting for an alternative. Waiting for clearance. So hopefully end of the week, because we open on next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So end of the week, hopefully be able to get a few more things. So which will be great. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Right. So what has your journey in Ghana been like so far? Because everybody has different types of journeys. Like, what has your journey been like since moving back?
I think it's been good. A few things that were, a few issues here and there, but you have issues in the UK.
Okay.
You have a lot more issues in the UK. I haven't seen anything that's been, except for your ports, trying to clear our container.
Tell me about that. What was that like?
Wow.
Because that's an experience that a lot of people face, but actually no one really talks about. You hear whispers from people, but tell us what your experience has been like at the port.
So going to Tema for 4 days in a row, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, trying to get it sorted. But it got sorted in the end. It was just very, very long-winded. It was meant to be straightforward. I had an agent, and it was just very long.
So the agent is supposed to do everything for you?
Facilitate everything, making sure that...
So you don't actually have to go to the port?
Thank you.
But you were at the port.
I was there for 4 days, every day.
You have your blanket and everything?
No. I'll go there in the morning and then come back late and then go back the next day, speak to somebody else, customs, security.
So what was the issue though?
They were just... I don't know what the issue was. It's like it was very, very just quiet. Oh, we're waiting for this person, waiting for that person. It just took long. And then, okay, next day come, pay for this, we paid for that. And it was just...
No, I think they wanted you to pay more. They said one thing, but they wanted you to pay more.
Yeah.
And then someone else wanted...
something else.
Yeah, it wasn't clear.
It just wasn't clear. My thing is that it's just, if it was, I want this, then it would be straightforward. I know I'm not going to pay this or what. It's just like, it's a lot quiet waiting for me to, so I think I get a lot of that in Ghana. It's like a lot of people, even if they want something, they don't say it. They will wait for you, so they kind of waste your time. So I think that was what that was, rather than me just saying, okay, I'll pay X, Y, Z. So, and then just get everything out. I was like trying to be a bit more stubborn. No, I'm not going to pay this. That's why I was there for 4 days. But we got everything out in the end. Didn't have to pay as much as I first thought we'd pay. So it was still expensive, but we got all our things. So that was, I think that was the only issue that I've had so far since being in Ghana. But I've been going back and forth quite a bit. So
how would you compare Ghana to Nigeria?
I was born in Nigeria. I've been in the UK all my life.
Okay, so you haven't ever gone back and had like a stay or anything?
No, I was meant to go back 2020. We planned to go back 2020. Obviously, the big lockdown. I lost my dad. And 2020, so from that it was more of a, both my parents lived in the UK, so there was never no need to go to Nigeria. But I've always said I'm going to go back. And 2020 was the year. Then it just didn't go. It didn't go according to plan. So we've been talking about it. So we will end up going probably end of the year or maybe next year. I'm not sure yet. Only because we have quite a lot of things in the pipeline trying to do.
Yes, cool.
Yeah, we'll get at some point. Yeah.
So how did you settle on Ghana as opposed to Nigeria when it came to moving?
I think it was quite straightforward. We've been coming here for quite a long time. I first started coming in 2009. I've been coming and just
by yourself?
No, with the family.
Okay.
So all my boys kind of grew up coming to Ghana every year. So they've grown. My oldest is 22 now. So they've been coming since he was 3 or 4.
No, I think Mally was 2, 3, and Shazai would have been about 4 or 5. So yeah.
Yeah, so around that age, but they've been coming quite consistently over the years. So my parents are here. So it was a quite easy move for us. I think 2020 was what made us realize we're moving. When the lockdown was there, I lost my dad, and then I was like, I think we spoke, and we just said, we're not gonna do the same thing that people do. You wait.
Yeah.
My dad only retired at 65, dad at 70. So literally 5 years to live.
Right.
So we're not gonna do that. So we said, okay, we had a plan 2020, we're gonna move in 2023, and we did it. So yeah, did it.
How did people around you, your family and friends think? What did they think when you said, we're going to move to Ghana?
So mum and dad didn't mind because they're in Ghana already. People didn't really understand. They didn't judge it or didn't have anything negative to say, but I don't think they took it seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, we were running the school in the UK.
Yeah.
We were quite comfortable. Everything was okay. There'd be no reason. They didn't understand why we'd come to Ghana.
Yeah.
But because Ghana is becoming a lot more popular, I think it wasn't really negative. They were a bit passive. There wasn't much that anyone said about it. My sister's coming to Ghana for a year.
Yeah.
So she was excited the fact that we were coming to Ghana. My brother is still in the UK. He didn't mind. He was just like, really? Because the kids are younger too. So you've got like a 15-year-old who wants internet all the time and wants to have running electricity and wants the order of the UK.
Yeah.
So they didn't understand if the kids would be happy and content, but they knew that it would be cool.
Yeah. I think my side they were quite straightforward with it. They were, okay, mum was a bit not
Your
too
mum didn't
sure.
want us to come to Ghana.
She wasn't.
She wasn't sure.
She wasn't too sure, but I think she still wants the best for us.
Yeah.
At the same time, and I think she understands because, like she was saying, we've been working non-stop for a long time, and we've got kind of different businesses in the UK. But it's the thing is that you're working most of the time, and then you see your children at 7:30, 8 o'clock, they go to bed, you're back at it, and we're doing that almost 6 days a week. And then Sunday as well, then sometimes you go to church, and then from church you're going straight back to work.
Yeah.
It's not life. It's not living. And that was what I was saying before about 2020 made me realize that you need to live. And here we're able to live, even though we're able to start things, but we also want to live and give the best to the children at the same time as well.
I definitely understand.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. So let's talk about finance for a minute.
Yeah.
How are you able, because obviously you've only just set this up.
Yeah.
So is your school in the UK still running? How are you able to financially survive here? Because that's a big thing for many people when they want to move, right? The biggest hurdle is always going to be, how do we continue to pay for things and how do we live life? So how have you been able to do it?
Yeah, so we, July 2023?
When we got here.
No, when we were leaving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so July 2023, we decided to step away from the school. Actually, there's a new proprietor or people running the school now. They've started, school hasn't started officially running yet. I think they're going to open in September. So we kind of passed it on to over them. But we also have other, we have a nursery in the UK as well.
Oh,
so
you
that's
do?
still running. Okay as well. And I'm also in the security field as well. So I've got a security company as well. So that's why I'm back quite a lot, back and forth. So,
what kind of security?
So we do everything from residential, close protection, to venues, festivals. So we've been doing that for a long time. I've been doing that for 22 years. So I've been in that industry for 22 years, in education for just over 10 years as well. So we've been kind of busy. She's been in education for like almost 20 years. So we're just trying to keep things going, but then obviously we're transitioning to here at the same time as well. Yeah.
So do you think it's important for people to have some type of income from abroad before they come here, or have something generating abroad? Or do you think someone can move here and earn a city and live?
You can, but I think it depends on what life you want to live.
What lifestyle you have?
Our kids want us to go shopping every Sunday like we did in England and buy Cocoa Pops and everything like that. So if you're going to live that life, then you need to have an income from abroad, I think. But I think if, like, my mum's happy to go shopping to the market every week, and she lives she's happy in her life.
But she could also afford to go shopping
Yeah.
in Accra Mall every weekend, but it's like you were saying, it's just lifestyle.
Yeah.
What lifestyle do you want to be? We're not really the one going to go clubbing every weekend, or so we might go restaurant with the family now and again, but we prefer to eat. But we do a lot of takeaway though.
Yeah, we do takeaway. No, because we're busy though. It's because we're busy. So if we get home late, I can't start cooking.
Of course.
So that's why.
Yeah. I don't blame you. But see, I don't think the whole takeaway thing here is as bad because a lot of the food is fresh anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like you're eating burgers every day and stuff like that. So actually, and sometimes in my experience, I found that sometimes it's actually cheaper to get a takeaway than to actually cook. Go get
Not
the
in our
ingredients.
family of 8.
You're a family of 8.
Yes. So yes, it can be expensive.
It's
You're
quite
a big family.
It's quite expensive sometimes, especially when your older son is taller than you and eats more than you and everything. So
How?
it's not. Sometimes it's not easy.
He's the shortest in his family.
Huh?
As well. Yeah.
You're how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
And you're the shortest.
Yeah, my family is.
Stop it.
Yeah. All my brothers are like my next one's like 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", and then like 6'5" and 6'4". So I'm the shortest and the oldest.
Really?
I know. But saying that, my 15-year-old is almost the same height as me now.
Yeah, he's tall.
And the 22-year-old has gone past me. From 17, he was past me already.
No.
Yeah, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I have 4 children.
Yeah.
And my son's 15. And he eats. I'm like, can you please just stay away from the fridge? How do you do it? I'm like, I need an extra income just to feed him alone. Just him alone. Like, how? Like a family of 8.
I don't think it's planning. Also, we do try and ship some stuff.
Yeah, we try and ship every couple of months.
Every couple of months we ship, so then you have your
essentials.
Yeah, essential things that you need. But it doesn't. Planning is
but Josiah eats a lot.
Too much.
Jay eats. The eldest one eats a lot. He's trying to. Yeah, he eats a lot.
Yeah, because him is just food, gym, and God. That's his thing.
He's happy.
He's happy. So that's his. But he eats a lot.
Yeah.
15-year-old eats a lot. The rest of them, there's kids. They just eat.
So we starve some kids.
That's the balance. No, but I think, like you were saying before, I think having an income from overseas helps. But I've seen people that have no income from overseas and doing very well here.
Yeah.
At the same time. So again, it depends on what you're doing here. You've been here for a long time. You're doing well. So it just depends. It depends on your lifestyle, and it depends on how you manage things at the same time. I would say. Yeah.
So you guys seem to be quite entrepreneurial to me. I feel like you're holding even back a little bit at the things that you're doing. You seem very entrepreneurial. I think, does that also pass down to your children as well?
Yeah, so 2 boys, 22 and 19, they have a shea butter company. They've had it for 6-7 years now.
Since Malachi was 15.
Yeah, so Malachi's 19 now. No, younger than that, 13 and 15.
Oh, Josiah was 15.
Josiah was 15. So about 6 years now they've had it. So they've been doing it in the UK for a long time. So they're literally bringing it to Ghana. They were actually asking me to print flyers for them just now. So they're bringing it to Ghana now, but they're still supplying the UK as well. So the Cream Warehouse, just want to put that plug there. put that little plug there.
Yeah.
So they've been doing it for a while. So they're quite entrepreneurial, and because I've always created my own income. So I've been used to that forever.
Yeah.
So just always, I always tell them that you work for somebody, but you can also create something for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think 2020 is when the cream business went boom, because everyone's at home. So everyone was just buying. They sold a lot of cream. But I think they realized that they can create with their hands, because they didn't really understand, why is that pushing us to do this? Why are you, have you done your marketing? Have you posted today? Have you done this today? And we'll push. Like, I'm actually becoming annoying to them. But I think they understand that it's business, and for business you have to push you have to push your children, because if you just leave them, it's like the system takes them, and then you have to rely on the system to feed your children. I don't think it's the best way.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think when people from the diaspora move to Ghana, to be able to really do really well, they need to be entrepreneurial somehow? Or do you think that you can just get a job and work? What do you think?
I think a bit of both. I think you shouldn't be afraid to work in Ghana, but I think we've got Ghana is still a developing country.
Yeah.
So I think it's beneficial to come to Ghana with the ideas from the West. Not all ideas from the West need to come to Ghana.
Yeah.
But some concepts will work and they could really be beneficial in Ghana. So I think so, yeah, definitely. You forgot Jerry's business.
Yeah.
You forgot Micah too.
Sorry.
Okay, all their children are businesses. Okay.
Yeah, so my 11 now, it's 11. So he started a sensory toy business.
Resources.
So basically now he creates them so they all have feeling, so different textures. So each one has a different texture. So he's been doing that for a while now.
So I think that was during COVID. Yeah. So he designs it, the 11-year-old, and then Caleb, who's 15, prints them for him with the 3D printer. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been doing that for a little while as well.
That's Jerry.
Yeah.
And then Micah's written his book, but he hasn't published it yet.
Okay.
Micah's 7, 8. He just turned 8.
8 now, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you push your children. Do you guide them and think, okay, this is what they're good at, so I'm going to push them in this direction, or do they just have free flow and do whatever they?
A bit of both.
A bit of both. I think that there's only so much you can give them free flow because they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know themselves. They don't understand experiences and life. Like I was saying before, my older two, I used to push them all the time to do this, do that, go to markets. They sell out so many different markets. They didn't really want to go, but they'll sell. But the thing is that if you don't push them in a certain direction, what they're doing, but it's also, they need to have a passion for the things they're doing as well.
Yeah.
But that can grow at the same time. So you may not understand if your parents are saying, oh, maybe it's good to do this because they have lived experiences.
Right.
So it's also good to listen to them, and then you guide them as they go along.
But I think with the elder, the Cream Warehouse, their business, they wanted to make money. So it's like, you've got shea butter, think of what you can do with the shea butter.
Yeah.
And then they did it. So I also do lots of designing bits and bobs. So I was the customer, was they the customer? I can't remember. So they told me what they wanted. Yeah. So basically I'll design the logo for them, but they will show me how they wanted it and everything else. So it's very much their business. We have input and we will talk about everything. But if they've got a flyer, so for example, this flyer that Ade was talking about, I didn't like the flyer, so I give them my input, but it's not my business, so I can't control what they do. Right. So that's them. Jerry wanted to create his business because he wants to be like his older brothers. So he wanted to do lip balms, and he still wants to do his lip balms. But he needs a lot of time for us to support him in doing it. So he's done some samples, but he hasn't released that yet. And then Micah, who's written a book, he likes reading and he likes writing. So I said, okay, write a book. So it's their interest, but we have to just
guide them.
And like even Micah's book, there's part of it that I didn't like, and I said, could you read that bit again and just see if it makes sense? And he thought it was fine, so I can't make him change his book. So you have that with them.
So have you been able to identify any gaps in the market in Ghana here in terms of great businesses that people could potentially do here, or things that are missing?
No, good question. People are missing. It's weird. You have to be around. You go around, and I think it's like solving problems. So whatever problems you face, is figuring a way how to solve that. Our problem was our children. We didn't feel that the schools we're looking at fit them. So then we'll create our own one, and also at the same time be able to, give it to the rest of the public as well at the same time. So it's looking up at the market and seeing what you see that's not working well, how you can input in that, like you're saying, not everything from the West needs to come here, definitely not. But there's a lot of good things from the West which can be tweaked to make it good and work in Ghana or Africa as a whole. I think agriculture is a huge business that obviously is capital intensive. So it's something that if people were to, click onto quickly, some people they're doing very well at it, but because it's capital intensive, sometimes people are like, they're not worried, and some people are like, oh no, poor man's business, but there's so much to make in that, and it's just about researching and actually understanding exactly what had to get involved in it. Yeah. So,
What would you say is would be a smart thing for people, someone who's trying to move to Ghana, to do? What can they do to give themselves a head start when they move here?
start.
What did we do?
Give a head start. They're moving here, so get your accommodation ready.
Yeah.
Buying, renting? What are you talking about? Land?
If you can buy land, yes, land. Just basically get in the process. We bought land before we got here. We started building before we got here.
Yeah.
Then we saw that there wasn't building quick enough for us by the time we were ready to move. So we bought a place and then renovated it before we moved there. So so we only saw it fully, only videos and everything. We only saw it fully when we got here.
Really?
Yeah.
You had some good trust. My
No, but it was my cousin.
Oh.
Yeah.
My cousin.
And he's
come back in
Yeah.
no, he's very trustworthy. He's when I went out and looked at different places, sent us videos, and then kind of liaised with him. He more or less got sorted out.
Yeah, he did
everything.
it all. We came to Ghana and we had to stay in a hotel, or we stayed, I can't remember where we stayed. We had to stay somewhere for about a week and then the house was ready.
Okay,
so my cousin had sorted everything out. He was really good.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good thing to do. So, because those are the most of your expenses, your accommodation, transport. What else is there?
Transport was a big thing because we only got a car recently.
Yeah.
And so
Ubers.
No, but Uber's okay if you're a family of 4. But a family of 8, we need 2 Ubers wherever we go. And then one will cancel in a year.
Oh, so the one's waiting.
Exactly.
Yeah. One breaks down and refuses. I want to fix the car for 45 minutes.
That didn't happen all the time. It happened a couple of times.
It happened. Yeah, but the Uber lifestyle is good if you're here for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Living there, I don't think.
No, you can with Ubers. You can trust. You can really not trust. I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the expense.
Rely
the expense.
No, but
overall, the expense.
Because you need a bulk amount of money to have a car. So I think you can do an Uber. You can do Ubers, but just a large family doesn't work with.
Yeah, it is a lot harder with a large family. Yeah, moving around in Uber.
I can imagine. Because even for me, my 4 children, there's 5 of us and we're getting an Uber plus the driver, that's 6. So sometimes it's like, should we squeeze into one? I'm like, okay, no, some of you got to stay home. Like, okay, we're going to choose who's going to go, who's going to stay at home today, because it's just like, it's too much juggling.
Yeah, it happens. But then they want to do, like, for example, Sundays, they have to be a certain place every Sunday and do this. So everybody has to go, and then it's, and you don't want to leave them at home, especially if they're homeschooled.
Right.
So most time, you want to be taking them out. So they'll be at home all the time. So now, once this opens, they'll be here Monday to Friday, and then during the weekends, and it's a lot easier. But we have a car now, so it makes it a lot easier.
So what about like finding your kids activities to do? How was that? Were you able to find things for them to do, fun things, or?
Yeah, they go to taekwondo.
Yeah.
And we've got only boys. Not that girls can't do taekwondo, but we've only got boys, so they didn't enjoy it initially, but they enjoy it now. Yeah. They enjoy doing taekwondo. I want them to start swimming, which we're going to do soon. What other activities? I think that was part of the reason why we've got this place also, because we're going to have after-school clubs and clubs on the weekend. There wasn't enough of a variety compared to the UK for the kids, because the kids went to, I can't even think of what clubs they went to, but they did lots of different things.
Too many things.
In the UK.
Too many things.
Too many things. Because you always find out when the term fees come, then you get it. But like you were saying, because here we have one side which is the learning zone, the other side which is STEM.
Yeah.
So then here we do a lot of things for after school clubs. So then there's 3D printing, there's all different robotics, everything, programming.
Yeah, so break it all down for me. Tell me exactly what this place does. So that because I'm sure lots of people, right, want a place like this to bring their children to, especially if they can leave them for a time and, you know.
Yeah.
So tell us exactly what services you're offering.
Okay, so you're going to jump in when I forget something.
They're going to work together.
Gap Learning Zone is a centre where we can educate your kids, your children. So for full-time and part-time tuition. We've got after-school clubs, which will be STEM classes. It could be coding classes, sewing classes, robotics class. Have I forgot anything yet?
There's 3D printing. There's the cracker
So
making.
just STEM activities, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
Explain what STEM activities are.
Okay, so we've got a curriculum which is basically STEM, which is science, technology, engineering. We've added the A. Not everyone uses the A, which is arts, and M is mathematics.
Yeah.
We've added the A because we think arts. Well, I've got an art background also, and arts is very important. So it's really important that we actually do a range of activities for the children, and that's why we're using the full. But it's not STEAM. I don't think anyone says STEAM. It's still
Don't say STEM.
It's STEM, but also
Okay.
yeah.
But it's actually it's evolved to STEAM now. They understand the creative part, and art is very very it's beneficial, especially for, like Julie was saying earlier. So it's meant to be inclusive. So if the child has dyslexia, they have any kind of needs as well. We do individual plans. So each child that comes in, we do like individualized curriculum for each child. So from the maths, from the English, we go across for the whole curriculum, but do individualized. So we have a baseline assessment when the child comes in. So we kind of figure out where they are, and then from then we create a curriculum for that child. And then from then we work, then we have different tutors. So we have quite a few tutors in here working with different children. Like a one-to-one environment or 2-to-1 or however you want to do it. But then they're going to be working with different children on those subjects as well. So
yeah, because we're not going to ever have more than 20 children here at any time.
Okay.
Within the spaces. And the idea is really to have an individualized approach to it. So really look at their needs and how we can meet their needs.
Right.
So we're going to have dyslexia screening here also. We're going to really produce plans for each child. And then I think it's really important that we're communicating with parents throughout the time. We're not having a PTA or anything like that, but we'll be communicating with parents about the students' progress throughout the time that they're here too. So it's really about the children achieving how they could achieve if they were in a mainstream school, but in a different environment. Because in England, we have alternative provisions, but here it's a new concept to have an alternative setting, because you get educated either at school or you get educated at home. But this is an alternative to school or home, basically. And then
So you can sort of send your children here like Monday to Friday, like a regular school.
yes, exactly. Or you can do part-time. So some people that do homeschooling already, they want that breather. So we can say, okay, I can bring you twice a week, for example, 3 times a week. And then we have a plan, so full timetable of what they'll be doing every day. So from 9 to 2, isn't it?
Yeah, 9 to 2 is the tuition. Then from 3 to 5, we have after-school clubs. And then from 6 to 9, we have adult activities. So we could have sip and paints, the STEM classes, and you can also do drop-ins where you just want to use, you've got a 3D printing project that you want to see come to life. So you can come in and do that here.
Yeah, and we use a lot with the 3D printer and things like this because, like I was saying before, solving problems. So that's what STEM is. It's solving problems in the world. So what you use different initiatives or whatever to solve different problems. So for example, here we can have, like, for example, my son would print like a phone case holder. So like literally, rather than holding his phone, he printed one so he can put his phone down, for example. So then, so anything you can think, so they can make, we teach them how to actually make them. So we have softwares that we actually teach them how to make the different, whatever they want to make, you know, and then they can use it in the real world. And people use it in the real world. It's actually gone a lot more advanced now. They're actually using it for organs now. So they
3D printing?
So that's using it for organs and things like that as well now. So it's actually,
we're not printing organs,
won't be doing that right now. And even construction now, they're doing like huge 3D printers.
Oh yeah, I saw 3D printed house.
Yeah, so it's a really big thing. So if the children learn from now, so this is things that they'll be able to do in the future. So obviously our slogan is to innovate, educate, elevate. So that's our slogan. So use innovation to teach them things, and then obviously to elevate them in life.
Okay. So are you flexible in how, if someone wants to bring their child and say they want to do 3 days a week, and they need a bit of flexibility in that, can you accommodate for that, or it has to be like a set?
No, so we've got different packages. So, for example, our kids will be here full time, Monday to Friday, term time, as they would be at school. And then you're going to have some parents that want to come part time. And you're going to also have those that just want to do drop in. I'm shopping. Can my child come and use the STEM area? And that would be fine. Okay. So it just depends. So it's really about meeting with the parents, seeing what their needs are, and seeing what we can do to help.
Okay. And how does your pricing work? What does it like start from? How does it work?
So our after school clubs, we've got that price sorted, but we're still working on our prices at the moment. We've got like a week to finalise. Because it's difficult because you know how much you charge if it's in the UK, but you can't charge UK prices in Ghana. Right. But you need to cover all the running costs. So we're looking at after school clubs around 50 cities, basically. And I think that's like an hour and a half session.
Also, yeah, exactly.
So that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, but we're trying to get our pricing structures done by the end of the week. Obviously, we open next week. So pricing structure, the main thing was put everything together. Then pricing structure will kind of flow, and obviously there's flexibilities in certain things as well at the same time. So be able to meet everyone's needs. Yeah.
So how do people find out more details about this place if they want to know? Maybe they want to reach out to you. Do you have a website or? Yes,
which is it's going to be active on the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be active on the 1st of May. So the website is www.gaplearningszone.com. Email is just info at gaplearningscentre.com.
Learningszone.com.
Oh, I forgot the name of my company. Gaplearningszone.com. Sorry, I think you should say that.
So and also we're going to be on the social as well, same thing, Gap Learning Zone. We're in the Oyarifa Mall, first floor. You see us, it's fully logoed everywhere. Pop in, you can have the conversation with us. We have leaflets. Like you're saying, we're going to have a lot of stuff for adults as well in the evenings as well. So a lot of adults in this area, they don't tend to do a lot of creative things. So we do a lot of obviously sewing workshops, screen printing workshops. Sip and Paints is going to be active as well soon. So I'm trying to just do everything just to meet everybody's needs. We'll be there soon. Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you.
So just before we sign out, what advice would you give to someone that wants to move to Ghana?
Let's start.
Be patient. Do your research. Over to you.
She's like,
just plan to an extent because there's only so much you can plan. We planned it, but still loads of stuff lastminute.com. Speak to other people. Find out, I've reached out to you, ask you questions randomly. That's not the person. They will get back to you or don't get back to you. Just ask questions and then that's how you get informed. You need to be informed. Don't just think I can just come and do what we've been coming in for years. So then we already know certain things already and how certain things work to an extent as well. So I think it's just about reaching out to different people, get on different groups. There's loads of social groups out there. Just for Ghana, just for this country, just for that country. You ask questions there. Anything you need to know. Where can I rent a car? Where can I accommodation or buy land? There's so many different groups out there. So it's just about just reaching out and just researching and maybe.
Did anything take you by surprise when you moved here? Was there anything that shocked you at all?
I think the incident with the kids. They were in an Uber once, and the Uber got pulled up by police. And then they were asked to come out of the car and they were searched. And so this is a 22-year-old and a 15-year-old. And so I think, they were searched. They searched the bag. And I don't know. I know police stop people quite often in Ghana. They might ask them questions, but they actually, stopped them and searched them. So that was different.
It can happen because I've been searched before as well.
Really?
Yeah.
They made you come out the car?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really? Was it male or female?
Male. I've had female do it as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So it can happen just randomly. Some officers will just be like, it's okay. You know, they just want you to see that you're relaxed. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but some of them will actually ask you to come out and they want you to open up your bag. They want to see what's in your bag. It can happen.
And they got patted down, I think, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It is a thing. It's not happened to me. It's probably happened since I've been here. It's probably happened to me maybe 4 or 5 times.
That's a lot.
She's been there for years, though.
I've been here 10 years.
But I've never been searched by police in my life. Or
Really?
They've never been stopped by police in the UK.
Oh,
So,
no, here it can.
Yes.
And let me just say something. Okay, now you got me started now. Okay. So most of the time it happened was when I used to have this other videographer and he had dreads. And so anytime I was in the car with him, we would get stopped and he would just know it. Anytime that he sees an officer flag, he knows that they're going to pull him down, he's going to be searched. And because of that, I'm going to be searched.
It makes sense that my son's
He's got dreads.
It's got like, it's a plait.
I don't know what he's got, like little twists in his hair. No, but he wasn't there.
Which is I was there.
Yeah.
No.
22 and 15.
Oh, Josiah's got plaits in his hair.
He's actually got plaits in his hair. So maybe it's a look. I heard it's similar to Nigeria when they see boys with, so they assume certain things.
Exactly, yeah. Because most of the time I was with him that I got stopped. But usually if I'm on my own, they just wave the car along. But yeah.
I've never known that.
Yeah,
like one time they stopped us in a car and they wanted to search your bag and they asked you to get out. Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to film it.
Really?
I took my phone out to film it. Then he came to the back of the car and said, "What are you doing?" I had to put my phone away.
I've had an experience like that before. I started filming the guys. So he was a police officer and he was going round a roundabout and he kind of almost hit us. And so then I started filming. He was like, "What are you doing?" And he wanted to take the phone off me.
That's what he tried to do.
I was like, "Well, are you going to come take it?" And then he drove off and went.
He tried to take my phone. I was like, "Look, there's no film." But there was a film, but he didn't see it. He didn't know how to use my phone. But I didn't know that they searched that.
I think they tried to search. I think he wanted to put his hand in my bag. I said, that's not going to happen.
Nah.
I said, I can show it to you, and that's about it. And I zipped
but
it back
I get
up.
that because we had lots of suitcases.
Yeah, but I think we were going to the airport that time. So we were literally going to the airport.
And it was, it was like a big bus. So I get that. But this was just the kids in a little Uber.
But what she said made sense though, just because of the way they look. It's just appearance. So again,
it's an assumption. That's an
assumption. They just think it's, I guess, back to the UK. So that's
but nothing major.
No.
Okay.
I think Ghana's peaceful. We had such a busy life in England, and all the dramas from running a school. It was just busy. So being in Ghana is really peaceful. And the dramas that we've had haven't really come from Ghana. It's from the UK.
Did you find it hard to slow down? Because in the UK we're always on the go, fast.
I'm ready to slow down. I'm ready to slow down.
You're ready to slow down.
I like being busy.
No, but saying that we just I think it's just in us.
Yeah.
What are you talking about slowing down? So in December we started the Craft Village, which is traditional workshops. So we do workshops in textiles, so like printing and everything.
Yeah.
So we started that in Okwenya. So on your way
all
to
these businesses that they haven't even said. It's coming out now. But okay, keep talking.
it's on your way to Kosovo on the Tema
High Road.
Yeah, Tema High Road.
Yeah.
And so we've done that. You're trying to do your farming stuff. You don't like to slow down. He's acting like he's trying to slow down.
But I think here it's still a peaceful life.
Yeah, it's peaceful.
We just got a mentality. That's what it is. A mentality of keeping moving.
Yeah. But you're not trying to slow down.
Yeah, I'm not trying to slow down, but I can still, for example, if I have friends come to Ghana, I can still go and chill with them.
Right.
If you want to take the kids somewhere, we had friends that come in. We took them to Akosombo, to La Royal Century and everything. Any day you can just go and do your thing.
Relax.
Over there, you can't. Regardless of your business, not your business, you're always busy.
We were always in the school. One of us had to be there always.
Always. So it's now it's peaceful, and now you can think.
Yeah.
So your ideas now come out a lot more. Like you were saying, there's a few other things, but it's just you can take your time and choose what pathway you want to take, kind of thing.
That's really important. I love that. I do love that about Ghana.
Yeah. I do. To me, it's my peace.
Yeah.
Here is I'll come back and it's peaceful.
Yeah.
So over there, yes, you make your money, you do, you know, but at the end of the day, you have to have a purpose in life. And I don't think the purpose is chasing money,
Yeah.
you know. So it's, if you, like I say, her passion's always been anything arts based.
Yeah.
So that's why we opened up the craft village, because that's her thing. She did textiles and everything. That's her
Yeah.
thing. So those kind of things, it's like, it's, you know, education. We've been in it, so it's not something that's difficult
Yeah.
for us to do. So it's just something that kind of flows. It's not like I have to go and do this because I have to make money.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when things change. You lose your purpose, and then you just chase money.
Yeah.
And you know, now it is in the UK.
Yeah, I think that's what you just said makes sense too. About
Hopefully.
when you when you come to Ghana, it's about thinking about what you're passionate about. So, for example, I can't come. It wouldn't make sense for me to come to Ghana and maybe have a restaurant
Yeah.
if I don't have a clue about food, because that's not my business.
Yeah.
That's not my lane.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to, whatever your plan is of whatever you want to do in Ghana.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't deviate and go into different fields, but have knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think that's important.
Most
true.
definitely. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to interview today.
Thank you for
Been
coming.
very knowledgeable. I'm like, I've got to go home and work on my businesses. These guys are killing it.
No, not
Okay.
yet. Not yet.
Not
So
yet.
you're doing
Small.
You're doing,
Listen.
you're doing great, and I love the way that you're encouraging, you know, your children, and you're going to obviously push that out to other people once this place is open.
Exactly.
Which is amazing, and I think the focus that you guys have, I think you'll make a huge impact, which is really,
Thank
really
you.
important. So
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So guys, please go ahead and check out their business. I think it's going to be a wonderful thing. I think you guys are going to be full before you know it, to be honest with you. Yeah, but that's the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment, and share this video. Until next time, we are out. Nati Baba.